Welcome back to the channel where we continue to make the transition to GA4, and this time around going to take a look at the exploration tool and all of the components. We've been doing some free-form explorations. We did a free-form exploration on looking at email traffic, and then we also did a funnel exploration. And this time around I kind of want to show you all the different components because the exploration tool really is one of the most powerful tools once you get inside your GA4 reports. It allows you to do different kinds of explorations, including a blank exploration, a free form, a funnel exploration, and path explorations. Those just are a few of the many different explorations. Also, some templates are available. But starting off, once you get into the free form exploration tool, you are going to see the variable section. And the variable section is where you put the exploration name and then also the date, time period that you're doing the exploration for. Now, there are some built-in dates like 7 days or 30 days or 365 days, but you can also do some custom dates. And this is what makes it more powerful as a tool to use. So that is the variable section. Now for the segment section, this is the different segments that you can bring in to the freeform tool and start to explore. In this example, you've got the United States, direct traffic, paid traffic. Those are different segments that you are going to break out your dimensions and your metrics into. So the segments have the different segments that are already built into GA4. The next thing you're going to want to take a look at is the dimensions. Now the dimensions are where you start to take a look at the event name, the gender, the country, the device category, first user medium, campaign, city. Remember, the dimension are the categories or the buckets you put them into, and then the metrics are the numbers that populate those different buckets. So dimensions, a third one to look at in the exploration tool as you go through. Now metrics, these are the actual metrics that are built into GA4, and there's 152 predefined metrics, but you can also create your own. And for the metrics section, the main thing you're looking at here is you can look at like active users, event count, conversions, transactions, revenue. Those would all be examples of different types of metrics. So that usually gets you through on the left-hand side of the freeform tool. Then we're going to go to the right-hand side, and you've got the area where you put in your columns, your values, and your filters. Now your columns are going to be coming from your different dimensions that you're going to be using, and if you double click on the dimension, it'll automatically populate into the column, or you can manually drag the dimension into the column. Now the values, these come from your metrics, and again, same thing, if you double click on your metrics, they will populate into your values. And then your filters, this is where you can include, exclude, filter out certain traffic, either by a condition, using a regex expression, or using contains, starts with, ends with, things like that, or even some wildcards. So your filters are also going to be a very powerful feature that you're going to want to use in the exploration tool. Now when you set all of this up, then that is where you get into your section where you can use your tabs, build out different tabs for each of the different segments, or build out a different tab for each of the dimensions. We're going to be taking an in-depth look at all of the different kinds of explorations here in the next few weeks. But remember, with the exploration tool, you can create your own reports. And really, this can start out very simple and basic. When you get into GA4, you're going to probably start with a couple of different segments, and then you're going to want to start with 2 or 3 metrics, and then you're going to add 1 or 2 dimensions. Really get to know those dimensions, metrics, and segment sections as kind of on a limited basis, 1 or 2 metrics, 1 or 2 segments, practice with the values and the columns, try out some of the different filters. That'll get you familiar with the tool. And remember, you can save these explorations and then you can come back and reuse them. You can do a duplicate and then just change 1 or 2 dimensions or segments, and then you have a whole nother exploration that you can start to explore. So those are some of the basic ways to start using and exploring with the exploration feature in GA4. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of an insight and helps you develop the explorations that you're going to be building out in Google Analytics 4.